It's been said that a country is judged on the basis of how it treats its weakest or littlest members. In Samoa, as in other countries, the weakest and the littlest are the children. And they're everywhere, doing what they normally do. Seldom seen or heard are Samoa's children with intellectual or physical disabilities. Traditionally, Samoans view disability as evidence of a parent's sin or divine curse. Not surprisingly, people with disability are sometimes abandoned, neglected, or deprived medical care. Today, thanks to the government of Samoa and one nonprofit organization, perceptions have begun to change. On any given day at Loto Taumafai School for disabled children, you'll hear the sound of students pounding away at wood with their homemade mallets and chisels. There's nothing particularly unusual about the scene, except the hands wielding the tools belong to children with special needs. They're among the 3,000 that made up the disabled population of this South Pacific island. Special needs is often defined by what a child can't do. A child can't learn, a child can't read or work because of an intellectual or physical disability. This definition may well make special needs a tragic label for some parents. For Loto Taumafai CEO Dan Leta and staff, special needs means simply the children need a little boost to bloom. In Samoa, it's the government that gives Loto Taumafai a much-needed boost. Government officials lead the way in increasing services for children with disabilities. These efforts have begun to bear fruit in greater understanding of children with disabilities. When the children gather for lunch, you probably won't hear talk of college or higher education. The likelihood of one of them becoming a nurse or doctor is slim. But while they're at Loto Taumafai, they apply themselves like any other student. The only difference? They work harder at what they do, and they're grateful for every little thing. The Carver's Workshop is where you would see some of the students bloom and build self-confidence. Time, the children's instructor we met 5 years earlier, is still there. So is the poorly lit workshop. The new changes are the young carvers.
I'm making some coffee. So it's good that we can show people no matter what kind of disability we have, but we have a talent. So this is the good thing to show people that we created by God. All people are the same.
Russell and his classmates have for their subject matter the same objects the carvers before them used.
That's a breath. Breath. Yang malafiri memangure ka untuk sawadin saya una diskusi ini ya saya isu.
Time is the same cordial guy we met 5 years earlier. The years have not diminished his enthusiasm and passion for the students.
kakanga ule lima fuale malusu ole mama falka ya onge ko ya ke over the no kiki ko fa fu ka ya sa misi ko fi kaldi ya so ngara kakamalia ale ka ke kakanga e ai
Ang bangi pa yaong kaya may akong consciented pa para bulbul yang ang sila
Lua i kula le ka ke whakasanga e mo ka kanga i whakasino mea ka mikiki o ngai e se ara kou e se mai ka makia
Limas futala. Oh, ma, aí é tão ofi. Olha ali o me faz aí, olha.
kasi bayas
É feio que o lar vai.
e vela singa luna ke le e ko i punya mai do fa la ia na wa do do i uma ma ka ko ngia ka ka fa i makia fa i le lo ya
Teammate and his Loto Taumafai students have sold their handicrafts to patrons in Australia. Some they give away as gifts to sponsor or sell to Palangi tourists.
ya iska mai na au le ai o nga i fa ngai ka makia ale ke wo su la e por se la ka ule ka mai nga lunga le e fa pe foi la bana e no mo le fa ka makia la ko ma ko fa i le mo ka
It's obvious the students aren't the only ones experiencing change and making progress at Loto Taumafai. Teammate, too, has experienced his own sort of rite of passage.
Oh, kasi kile ole ang ale atua I loka ma fa kile fo yo le me ka ole go ka linga mai ka maiki ya la ka mo sa ya e se fo la ko ma o fa ko so ka ka malama ya ila ko yo ka lofa pe va ala ka ka fale yo ka lofa fo ila ka fa ra me wa pena.
Samoa has experienced progress as well, a sort of rite of passage. Cars now drive on the left side of the road. Huge multi-story buildings have transformed the main streets of Apia with the promise of more buildings to come. Compliments of the People's Republic of China.
They're doing 3 projects at the same time. We want you to use your new building at the beginning of 2015.
While Eta and Time await the new Loto Taumafai building, they continue to use their strength to help the students. One doesn't have to look beyond the carver's workshop or school lobby to see that the two men's effort is paying off beautifully. Viewing the wall-to-wall display of artworks, a first-time visitor might think he's in an academy of the arts and the students responsible for the pieces are normal students. Until a staff member tells him the creators of these beautiful artworks are children with special needs. The same children communities sometimes abandon or neglect. Before we left, Leta'a presented us with a gift. It's one-of-a-kind carving by a special child, a child who, in spite of his physical and intellectual disabilities, didn't stop trying. And he didn't stop believing in the God who created him in God's image.